Bovi Blast movie director Niyi Akinmolayan. Nigerian stand-up comedian and actor Bovi has called out Nollywood director Niyi Akinmolayan, describing him as a clout chaser for promoting his movie after he deliberately refused to identify with the project since it was released. Bovi took to his Instagram story to blast the director, who also directed his newest movie project, My Village People. Quotes in a lengthy one, he wrote, "See this clout-chasing, egoistic, inferiority complex-driven director posting film that he deliberately refused to identify with since its release. Not like it mattered to me, but once I heard all the bleep coming from him and his body language, I was like, how did I not walk away from this mess despite the warning signs? Day 3 of a 2-week shoot when he first tried to shut my set down because he didn't want me to even correct his reductive approach to the script. I promised him that with or without him, the film will be a success. I added that even I, the writer, cannot stop it because it's in God's hands. From then on, approach to making this picture became lame and deliberately mediocre. Idris and Moses kept begging me to just ignore his alarming character flaws and finish the project, and that's how I started petting Oga like a 4-year-old. Still, we finished. Not knowing he still carried a grudge fanned by an ego sitting on a ripe well. Dude is just hype, theoretically informed, but practically inept. Now the film has done favorably well. He's come out of his coven to advertise himself. Shameless and quotes, and he just went on and on calling Niyi Akinmolayan.
All sorts of names.
All sorts of names.
This is so surprising.
This is surprising.
Yeah.
Coming from Bovi, because Bovi is not that guy. But if something could, if Bovi could have done this, I'm sure that something really deep must have warranted, like something really heavy must have warranted this. He's not known to be someone who calls out people. It's not in his character. So that's why I'm surprised. But a lot of directors in the movie industry, they kind of like do this thing a lot, where the writer or the producer of the film is telling you that this is my vision, this is how I want you to interpret it, and you want to come with.
Is it a bad thing?
See, you can't tell my story better than I want to tell my story.
But
if
I'm directing it.
No, but I hired you.
Ha.
I get that.
So
I get that in the like organogram of set and whatever. The moment the executive director hires, executive producer hires the director owns the project because it's going to be a film by XYZ, like the name of the person. However, I've given you a vision. If you feel like you want to do something about it, then speak to me at the pre-production stage. I'm not going to get on set with you right there during production and you'll be making changes to my work.
Well, you don't know if they did that.
I'm saying, that's what I'm saying.
Because we don't know.
We don't know what the story is.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about this. I'm just saying generally, a lot of directors tend to do this, where you see the producer right there, you see the writer of the story right there, and then you're like, oh no, this is rubbish, this is crap. They go very unprofessional like that. If you want to change it, you can say like, oh, this is how I feel. But you've gone through the script as a producer, as a director before production. So if you want to make changes, you can do that before production, not be a diva on set. I don't know what has happened here. Niyi Akinmolayan, this first time I'm hearing something like this about him. So that's why I'm shocked as well, because it's now coming from Bovi too. So it's a really dicey and messed up situation.
I'm extremely surprised to hear about this, because I watched a part of the film in the cinemas and I kept praising, you know, initially I was like, oh my goodness, Niyi Akinmolayan did fantastic on this project. Now, I'm not even sure if it was directing or cinematography that helps this film, because if you're saying about having such issues, I'm surprised to hear this, because for me, in terms of production, I thought they tried. I mean, there was a lot of special effects going on.
Storyline?
There was a lot storyline.
That's Bovi.
That was Bovi. It was, to be honest, I think the movie wasn't really the storyline. It was a typical storyline. A guy goes to the village and meets someone that's a village witch, and she's chasing him all over. Honestly, the storyline wasn't that fantastic. I think what helped the film was the delivery. The directing, the effects, and the acting. I'll give it to Sophia Lakija as well. That's just by the way in that movie. Now, in terms of Bovi and Niyi Akinmolayan fighting, I think this might be a case of personality flaws.
Yeah.
Because as I said, Bovi is not the type of person to call people out. And Niyi Akinmolayan is also someone that is going to be called out.
Yeah. So
maybe we should wait for his side of the story. But it's also it's something that happens on set where this is my vision, this is how I want to interpret it. I don't know if it's really a thing when a director wants to be in charge. Maybe what should have happened is Mr. Niyi saying, you know what, if I can't do it the way I want to do it, I pull out. Or Bovi also saying, you know what, if we're not in line with the vision, let me get someone else.
Which is why I said, and what I said was for both parties. So if as a director or if as a producer, I'm hiring a director, let's have this conversation now. Let's go through the scripts now, because I'm not going to get on set and then you now want to start making changes. For both of them, they should do it pre-production stage. That's why we have to say production stage, not production itself. That's my own issue, the whole thing.
Completely
but
agree.
Fingers crossed, we hope that they sort out this issue, because I'm a fan of Niyi Akinmolayan. I'm a huge fan of Bovi. Bovi. So I wouldn't want
we're talking about this movie already.
Yeah. Like,
who knows whether it's publicity? But I doubt it. I don't see why you want to insult.
No,
I don't
think
think
so.
so.
Clout chaser.
Why carry things on social media? That's why I didn't even understand these days.
Everything's on social media. It's a thing now.
Why?
Okay.
Why not call him phone, send them all those kind of messages? Why do we need to talk about?
Maybe
Maybe they're not speaking.
They blocked each other or something.
Fingers crossed.
Send it through a medium.
Okay, so we're just going to be waiting for the other end of the story.